Alrighty, vintage story. Looks like the quote of the day down there is, "The best way out is always through." I wonder if that's why they have bombs in the game. I saw that scrap bomb in the guide handbook thing. So let's get back in here. Last time I made blue cloth. I made a recurve bow. We killed some wolves. Not sure what I'll do this time because I don't have as much time to play this session, so we'll see what happens. And hopefully I don't regret what I just said and overplay. It'll be 2 hours later and I'll be like, oh no, what am I doing? Alright, so let's take a look here. It's nighttime, I do remember that. My mouse is still kind of acting funny when I come out of these windows. I don't know if that's a vintage story thing or a me thing, because it doesn't seem consistent. Anyway, if you see my camera whip around like this, that is the bug that I'm talking about here. Might be a mouse issue, might be a me issue. So this little room, apparently too empty, and needs more permanent light. So I'm thinking the little, I might have to settle with using one of these things of fat for it to just light that up with one of my bowls. So I might make more bowls. I think that's how that worked, right? Fat. Ceramic oil lamp with a ceramic bowl and a piece of fat. And then I think I was looking at the, oh, I don't want that paused. At the lantern? Okay. And then we had stuff like, oh yeah, right. Okay. So can't do that because I don't have access to candles. I do remember looking at that now. Maybe I'll wait and see if we can make candles out of anything else in here. Is it only beeswax? Yeah, it seems like it's only beeswax. All right, that's fine. Let us start with making then some. What just happened here? Oh, I should have saved my firewood. That was silly. With some clay bowls in this one little spot that I got open here. And we'll fire those in the pit kiln. I probably don't need 4, but I'm going to make 4 anyway. Just for the sake of it. So Alt and add. I feel like if you don't do this for a while, you're going to not remember specifics of how these, yeah, you do silly things like that where you add an extra row. So we will take this out here in the middle. Run through. And the nice thing about the bowls is that you can duplicate the layers quite a bit. So once you do this little layer, it's basically just you hold the button and duplicate the rest of them. So I don't have to pay attention to where I'm going here. Part of me does feel like this is kind of slow, but I guess that's the point. You want to be slow about it. Perhaps it's just my brain working faster than the game inputs will allow. Alright, so apparently I lied. There's absolutely no duplication here. I was probably thinking of the crockpots. They're a little bit taller. So let us... What is that symbol? It looks like little sushi rolls. The shift ad at the top. It looked like it was a shift ad for some sushi rolls. It's funny. Alright, so let me think about this. If I happen to kill enough stuff for fat, how many lights will I want? Probably 1 in here. Maybe 1 in here. And then maybe... Okay, so maybe I should make more bowls, just in case. Because I do think I might expand my building as well. Over the winter, I might still bring my pit kiln and stuff over here. I'm not sure. My original plan was take the blacksmithing over here as well. Which I have not done, obviously. So... kind of a plan that's still in motion. Not sure if it'll be executed on. I am kind of, I want to have enough resources before I start doing anything like that. And I also want to have a plan, at least in my head, to do anything like that. With this little building and the little rabbit building, it's kind of just like, they were small, right? So I just slap stuff down, expand it as I need it. Which I guess is good, good too. But if I'm gonna like do something a little bit larger, I should probably plan it out a little bit better. And for me, that just kind of involves thinking about it a little bit, having a clear idea in my head. And it's a little hard to do that when I'm only playing for an hour or so at a time. So this guy, I might prepare him to be a backup bow at some point. And I might start preparing another recurve as well, just to like always have something rotating to be in production. So let's actually do that now. Let's get a raw recurve bow, which I think is just 2 stacks of wood and a saw. Raw long bow stave. Yeah. Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't want to do that because I've got 45. It's fine. I don't want to like use up all my oak logs and then realize I actually want them for leather. Recurve. Okay. So we got one of those. We'll hang it up and it'll start drying. And then in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks from now, I'll remember and we'll finish it up. The clay can go back in there. And now I have 4 bowls ready to be fired in the pit kiln. And then I think I have a bunch of fire clay. So maybe I should do something with that. Even though I don't really have any use for it, I guess. Yeah, let me take these and I'm gonna just take a look at it real quick here. Is there anything else that I might want that I haven't thought about? I think I have all of the molds in some capacity. I have quite a few storage vessels and some of them are still empty. Do I still have this? Or did it break when I made the anvil mold? I think I still have this, so it's fine. Shingles, I'm not too worried about. And I feel like I don't really want to be breaking out shingles. It sounds like a lot of work. I have 1 jug. I guess I could make another jug or 2 and then have something to carry around instead of having like berries. I don't know. Better than a bowl of a drink, right? Because it's 3 liters. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me get this back out. What am I stuck on? Alright, so we'll get like this and we will remove. Okay, remove clay. So we're gonna I have 1 jug and it's full of stuff already, I think. And then if I make another one, I can have stuff ready to go to like bring with me. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking like a canteen almost, you know? So we'll see how that goes. I might never use this. I might just decide that it was a waste of time. Or I might make them and realize I actually wanted more. Who knows? They're nice and petite, at least. So 1 of those. And I think I said 2. So let me just go ahead and do 2 just for the sole fact that it's nighttime and there's not much else to do. I'm sure there was something I was talking about in like some previous video where I was planning on doing something at night and I never did it. It's okay. We all get there eventually in the end. Tower this up. And then I think this next one is the final one. So I remember to stop myself this time. Finish this up. Donezo. Alright. I will now remember to put the clay away. And these are my things that I'll shove into the fire pit. What else do I got? Okay, so I need to address these tools right here, my hammer, my pickaxe, and my shovel. So I don't think I have anything prepared for when these break. Whereas an axe, I do still have that axe in the mold. I just need to slap a stick on it. So let's eat one of these guys. Eat one of these guys, not put it back on the ground. And let's take this bowl. And one of our fat. And let's make a little oil lamp that will live. Is it just me, or is the light a little bit different color too? Like this is orange and then this one's kind of white. That's kind of nice. Alright, where am I going to put this for the best effect? Right there, perhaps? And how dark does it get now? This corner still feels like it's a little bit dark. Maybe I'll bring it down. Like right here. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Alright, so that's one room figured out. This is kind of the problem room because I had a lot of space and the temporal storm had a little spider in here. Does it make sense that spiders would be down here? And then eventually I might add one in here as well. Although now that I'm thinking about it, is this light bleeding in from over here? Because this also feels like it's lit up a little bit. Okay, so maybe that room's fine. What if I destroy this guy? Yeah, this is super dark. Right, so this area is being lit up by this. It's quite a big radius. And then as soon as we come through this door, it's basically pure darkness. So I need something up here. I'm not going to use my other fat though, because I don't really... I'm down to 3. I'm sure I'll get more throughout the winter with the wolves and whatnot. But I always want to make sure that I have some on hand. Just because I don't really know what I need on hand. 1 in the morning. Let's see, what else do I need to do? What else can I accomplish here? Let's do a little round of this. See if we can get some more sphalerite. I think I might be able to combine the 4 zinc with the copper in this, but I might be short copper. I do have some copper in the crucible, but I don't know if I can use that. It's already been smushed. I'll have to experiment. Maybe that's what we'll do today. Where is my... There we go. There we go. Alright, 1 copper. It's a good start. A rock. Not too interested in that. And then probably nothing else in the rest of this block. Alright, that's fine. I don't know how long I'll do this for. The panning's, not gonna lie, it's kind of boring. It's a little bit like a... I guess it's kind of, if you think about it, it's sort of like opening up a pack of cards. Oh, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, open up a pack of cards, see what you get, and see if you get any art cards. I guess that's kind of a weird way to look at it. It's probably more like, this is exactly like panning in real life, where you don't know if you're going to get something good or not. That's probably the normal take, not the nerdy take. So maybe what I'll make as like a rule, or at least a goal, is every day we chop a tree, and every night we do a block of gravel. And that'll mean I'll be able to tell how much gravel I have left going on. Until I need to go get the shovel out and to get some more. But also just kind of give me little bits of content to do every day, just so I'm not just like sitting here for 1 hour doing one thing and then I'm bored. So let me get to 35 on my gravel count. And I will try to remember that I made up those arbitrary goal roll things. Oh, look at that, a flint spearhead. I wonder if I can get other tool heads or if it's only spears. I do remember getting an arrowhead. But can I get like, I don't know, an axe head? Probably not. It's probably just spears and arrows. Alright, our black dye has just become possible. Which means a black mask has just become possible. So let us get out of here, put our pan away, put our 35 stacks of gravel into here, squirrel away our interesting things, and then also squirrel away our slightly less but still sort of interesting things. And we're going to come down here. So here's our gray dye. And I think all I need to do is put that in there. 10 liters of gray dye, 1 metal scrap, will turn into 10 liters of black dye after 8 hours of sealing. So I'm interested in that, but let us first just double check that I don't want to do anything with the gray dye. So this looks like it's literally just for colors. Whereas the black dye opened up some extra top hat, some extra crafting. Not by those, because I'm not a clothier, but from the leather. It had knee-high boots. Okay. Apparently it has that. But it also had the reinforced mask. This has 0.3 of warmth. And the hunter's mask also has 0.3 of warmth. But I don't need cloth in order to make this. I just need leather. And I say just, even though I still have reed baskets. I do want to get 2 more leather backpacks. So I don't know. We'll see. This might be something, and it might just be the black dye sits here for a while waiting. Guess I don't need to have... It's kind of nice. I don't need to have the torches out. Okay. What can I do with the bone? Bone arrow, small bones, bone meal, pile of bones, flower pot, bone ash. Oh, it's just a decorative thing. Bone flute, I think this had, yeah, ownership of elks that I have not seen or heard of. I do remember reading this briefly, but I'll worry about that when I find anything I can actually do with it. Lots of horns. Okay, let's just double check here. Terra Preta. Okay, so it might be smart for me to start preparing some better soil for next year over the winter, which means that I might want to consider powdering charcoal. Powdering charcoal. Okay, so burning trees, powdering the charcoal, grinding up the bones, and the compost I do have rolling. I have a little bit of that rolling. See, I think that's a good idea. I'm already chopping the trees. I'm already killing the wolves. I'm already letting things rot. In fact, do I have more rot? 6. Okay, so I'll have 16 soon. I think this is one good reason to be doing the mash, is because you always have a rotation of rot if you're not feeding the mash to the animals, which I'm not this first year. So maybe what I'll do is commit to juicing. Oh my goodness, I don't really have a lot of berries though. I may have just convinced myself not to do that. That's okay. Because I don't really have the barrels either. So I have wine, that's good for years. And I have juice, that's good for months. And I have a little bit of juice in here that's good for like a month and a half-ish. So So let's do this. How many cattails do I get from breaking? Doesn't tell me. Obtained by breaking, but obtained from breaking is a little less clear. I don't think I have enough cattails up here to create. Maybe I do. Maybe I am just crazy and can't count for the life of me. Close that up. Where is our pelt? So we want... I don't even remember. Okay, so it just makes a circle around it, 3 by 3. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough, but let us think about this. So we have like this, and we need 4 more. Will I get that if I break a basket? I think if I put them all down at the bottom, they'll be in my backpack, so I might be able to just yoink the first one. Am I brave enough to break this? I only need 4, but I don't know if I get 4. Then I'll just be down a bag. Live and learn. 5. Wonderful. Okay. Let us create a brand new little backpack. I do remember that I said I was going to save the belts just in case, but there's not really much else for me to kind of be doing right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I mean, I guess no, I'm not going to do that because I don't have the fat. When I have an influx of fat, that's when I'll consider using the longbow. But until I have an influx of fat, until I have the lamps up, or the resin. Hang on, I have resin. I'm doubting myself now. Do I have another pelt that I just haven't done anything with? I do have a lot of rawhide. Well, I've already broken my bag, so I'm going to commit to it because I broke the bag. That I can just make again, so I don't know why that's an issue. What a tough decision. Okay, I made my decision. We're going to put that back. We're going to put these back. I'm going to put this away. And I'm going to start preparing this guy as leather. I don't know how much of it. All of it. You know what? I'm just going to do all of it because I still have this stuff. And I do still have this guy curing. So I'm going to prepare the leather. The medium leather as armor. Armor. Maybe armor. I don't know. I'm going to do leather at least. It's either going to be armor or bags. I'm not going to worry about the little bag because the little bag is just 1 slot. But this is double the amount of slots. So I should always do that. So first, I think I have to prepare these. Let me check. This one? Gosh, I don't even remember. Oh, hold on. I didn't realize it was rawhide. I always forget because I like do multiple things at the same time and then I come back 3 days and look at the same thing from a week ago. Oh boy. Do I want to make rawhide coats and shirts? I might do one. Rather unrefined but warm and protective. It's a tough call. So many choices, so many options. I do like that. And then the blue cloth that I have is very expensive, by the way. The cloth price compared to the repair cost is That seems quite high. Can I make pants? These are 2. And then the rawhide pants were also 2. I think this is cheaper. It looks funny, but I do think it's cheaper. I also think I'm not going to use them at all because of the fur. Why am I... Oh yeah, it's not cold enough yet. Duh. Okay, I'm going to do this. We've successfully accomplished something. I don't know if it was the right thing, but put that in there. This might become a scarf. I do still need the coat. For a coat, hopefully the mantle isn't the same thing. Let me actually check. Put this on. Where does it go? Nowhere, apparently. How do I use this? Okay. Okay, okay, it is a shirt. That's good. Okay, so shirt acquired. I'm actually going to do like this, and then the coat will go right here. Fur coat. And I will make this once the pelt is done, because I'm making a pelt currently. Which frees up the rest of what I'm doing to actually go in here. And I also don't have enough tannin, apparently. I think I need more tannin. So let me, real quick here, check leather. We need prepared medium hide. So 4 liters of a scraped hide that we soak. Oh, in the water. Okay. So let us... Is this right? I don't even know. Nope. Soaked hide in diluted borax. I'm in the wrong barrel. There we go. So this will start going. We'll have 4 soaked medium hides. Then I'll scrape it, and it'll go in here. And then it'll go in here. 12 might not be enough. I was just looking at the numbers, but I did not lock them into memory. So it looks like it's bright outside. Didn't even realize. So what I'm going to do is we're going to prepare the stuff in the pit kiln. Get it ready to go. We're going to have a cool little skating rink at some point. Do need to check these berries are... Yeah, okay, they're not gonna do anything. Probably ever again. So I'll water the plants. I'll put the pit kiln on. And then I think I've got to disappear. So a little short one, but still getting stuff done. Not sure if these are... They say they're growing, but it's like very sad growth. I'm gonna keep pushing my luck with them, at least. These little ones I'll just let die, because I don't think I'll get anything from them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe 3 out of 5 stages still has a chance to drop a plant that is edible. Fallen in the water. Is falling in the water something that's like detrimental? If I stand in the water, will my body temperature go down? I guess it's 0 degrees, so this isn't a good test. Alright, let's put these guys down. And prepare our bowls here. As well as our jug. And I think I'm only going to fire the... Just break this, I guess. I'm only going to fire the... What is it? The bowls? Because the jugs are going to take... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided. Need 1 more of these. And I need some sticks. I thought I was being shot at, so that's why I kind of looked in this direction. But I think I was just hearing the water and the wind. So I'll put our sticks away. Get some peat. And now we will light these up. And next time, I might make it a goal to try to get more fats so I can, ouch, finish lighting up the building. And that'll make me maybe a little more confident to expand into building more stuff. Okay, that's apparently not enough to build a hay bale. I'll just keep that on hand. Guess that's fine. All right. Well, I'm going to call that good, and next time we'll actually have a daytime adventure, which is way better than a nighttime adventure. And I'm actually going to eat a meal as our sign-off, so that I'm ready to go right off the bat. And I do find it funny still how the divide between the snow and the not snow area is so pronounced. Alright, so we eat our meal, put the bowl down. Yeah, not put the bowl down, I'll put the bowl down with the food in it. Now, I'll come right out here, and then I will know it's daytime, and we're going to have a fun adventure in the daytime. I will see you next time.